Okay, so this episode is about the why of it all. Why did I start drinking? Or why did I continue drinking? And why did I continue drinking for that long? I've had a lot of time of not drinking to think about drinking or think about not drinking. So I kind of want to share with you my thoughts. So I think in the beginning it was just all fun. I wanted approval of older kids that were already drinking. I was kind of skating in the 90s and skateboarding back in the 90s is is considered quite rebellious. It's a kind of like an anti-establishment kind of thing. In my time at least in the mid 90s and late 90s, I mean, that's how I got into doing a lot of bad shit basically. So that was then. That was how I kind of started with this ungodly journey of drinking. Now, the reason why I continued drinking was because my excuse is that I was working in the nightlife industry. I was a bartender for a very long time. There was a lot of drinking after work. After I got out of being behind the sticks, as they say, I kept on drinking. I kept on drinking because now I could be the one being served during happy hour. I'm the one being served the bottles at the tables. How nice is that? So that's why I was drinking, continued drinking. Whether or not I was flexing, I don't know. None of them I'm proud of, and none of them make sense now. None of them make any sense whatsoever because of how great I feel. And I think going back again just a little bit further, I think your parents actually hold a pretty important influence on you. Specifically, my father. My mother doesn't drink, but my father, he drinks a lot. He drank a lot. He drank himself to death. Basically, he was drinking around me. He was smoking. He was drinking around me. This was like 80s and early 90s. So I think it was normal. It was normalized. I didn't think that drinking was bad. I didn't think that smoking was bad. I also quit smoking too, by the way. So smoking and drinking kind of went hand in hand because I was exposed to it since I was a kid. I felt that it was normal because it was around me. My dad was drinking all the time, every day after work. I thought that eventually when I grew up, I'd probably be smoking, which I did. I'd probably be drinking, which I did. I personally don't like to drink alcohol at home. So that's why I don't really know why I kept on going for so long. I have no idea. I only drink when I'm out with friends or I'm out to meet friends. I don't go home and crack open a beer like my father or smoke cigarettes at home. I never do that. I don't want that at all. I've unconsciously made a point that I would never do that, and I never did. In the end, I think it's that drinking, smoking, going out, meeting friends, having a good time revolved around alcohol. Anything to do with having fun, being irresponsible, I associate it with drinking. Sometimes you just like to be irresponsible, I guess. Now, Chat GPT, I basically asked AI what's the top reason that people drank, and this is what it says. Okay, number one, in no particular rank order of importance, to socialize. Okay, number two, stress relief, cultural or religious traditions, sure. To celebrate, yes. Peer pressure, I think that's a big one, especially when you're young. I don't agree with it in the way that I don't like it. That's a really big one. To boost confidence, bullcrap. That is the worst way to boost confidence. You end up looking so puffy and so ugly anyway. My confidence is so much better right now because I've been going out to the park. I go to my gym. I do some weight training. My self-esteem is so much higher because of this. Never could alcohol ever give me that or give anybody that or had given me that ever. To feel good, yeah, it gives you a buzz. You do feel good temporarily. The consequences, the hangovers, really did outweigh that little tiny buzz. Habit or addiction. Now, yeah, that's a big one too. I think I had formed a habit. I don't think I was addicted. I'm lucky, I would say, that I got off it relatively quite easily. It just took long. And when I did decide that, hey, bye, I don't want you in my life anymore, I didn't have the crazy, insane withdrawals that people talk about. And because they like the taste. I really don't like the taste. I was working with pretty famous mixologists. I learned a few things here and there, but in the end, to be honest with you, it's not worth the money, and the taste is just not very good. Honestly, the best cocktails were made during the early 1900s. Okay, the classic cocktails. It just doesn't get any better. Just stop with it. Just stop with it. Yeah, so that's from AI. I don't really dispute it. I think that pretty much captures like 95% of everybody. There's probably other reasons, and if there's any reasons I've missed out, comment below, please. I'd love to find out what your reasons were. Looking back, the reasons why I drank, there's not a whole lot there that's keeping me from not drinking. Even back then, 90% of the time that I went out to drink, I didn't have to go drink. Like my thing was that whenever I was out, I was drinking. Whenever I was out the door, I was drinking. There wasn't a time that I could remember that I was out with my friends that I didn't order a drink. Just happened. Just there. Just order. Okay? It was natural. It was unthinkable to not drink. And now when I go out, it's like, why did I need to drink? I've sat through with my friends. They were drinking, I wasn't. And I'm like, I could still be myself. I could still crack jokes even better. I'm listening a lot better. Because of all that, okay, I'm now thinking, dude, I totally did not need to drink all the time. All that time that I thought that I needed to drink when I'm out, it didn't make the experience better. And my experience in the past 2 months shows that, like, what the was I afraid of? It's totally fine, okay? I keep telling myself that it wasn't. I was creating my monster, okay? More than external factors. I was creating my own monsters. Nothing to be afraid of. Like, just chill the F out, man. That's it for today. These were my reasons. These were AI's reasons for why people drink. I don't know if you agree, if you don't agree, if you disagree with what I say, if you disagree with what AI had said, go ahead and comment. I'd love to know of your feedbacks. I'd love to read your comments. Anything would be great. We can have a nice little discussion about sobriety and your experiences. I'd love to know more. So thank you very much. And please click like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thank you for your time.